News from around the globe. Hot, fresh, balanced and objective.
Hello and welcome to Unity News Hour on Unity TV. Today is Sunday, 19th of February 2023 and it's equivalent to 28th of Rajab 1444 after Hijrah. The headlines: 5 parties adopt Atiku for presidency. Nairocracies, police warn against divisive inciting utterances. Gunmen attack Anambra police station, kill 3 officers. And on the foreign scene, Turkey rescuers find 3 alive 13 days after quake. And in sports, EPL, Chelsea take decision on sacking Potter after 1-0 defeat to Southampton. And those were the headlines, and for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayet Sani Ibrahim. Barely a week to the 2023 general election, 5 out of the 18 political parties in Nigeria have adopted the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. The 5 parties announced this at the grand finale of the PDP's presidential rally holding at the Mahmoud Ribadu Square in Yola, the Adamawa State capital, on Saturday. The parties are the Allied People's Movement, African Democratic Congress, National Rescue Movement, Action Alliance, and Action People's Party. The national chairman of the APM, Yusuf Dantale, who spoke on behalf of the parties, made the declaration. The APM's national chairman had on Friday adopted Atiku's candidacy in the place of the only female presidential candidate of the APM in 2023 presidential race, Chichi OJ. The Nigerian Police Force on Saturday said it deemed it necessary to caution groups and individuals against divisive comments and utterances capable of heating up the polity and triggering a crisis in the nation. Amidst prevailing outcries and reactions on the new Naira policy in the country, the spokesperson for the NPF, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, revealed on Saturday in a statement issued to newsmen. This comes on the heels of an allegation by the Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai, who on Thursday described the current scarcity of Naira notes as part of an alleged plot to disrupt the forthcoming general elections to ensure an interim government takes over. El-Rufai alleged that the development was meant to ensure that the presidential candidates of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and other candidates of the party lose. He further claimed that those who lost out in the APC's primaries were behind the plot. Also, the Department of State Services had invited a spokesperson for the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Femi Fani-Kayode, over allegations of a coup plot ahead of the February elections. Also, the Force Intelligence Bureau of the NPF had on Tuesday invited the former Minister of Aviation over his comment. The Anambra State Police Command has confirmed fresh attacks on one of its stations in the state. The attack happened at the Ogidi, Idemili North local government area during the wee hours of Saturday, according to the State Police Public Relations Officer Ikenga Tochku. The gunmen attacked the station and killed 3 police officers in the process. Recall that similar attack happened on December 28, 2022. Gunmen attacked the police division headquarters in the Ihiala area of the state with explosive. In June, the police divisional headquarters in Anako, Anyamelum, was attacked by gunmen. While there were no fatalities in that particular attack, it was confirmed that 3 operational vehicles in the premises were set on fire. 2 months prior, gunmen attacked a police checkpoint in Agwata local government area. 3 officers sustained injuries in the attack. The federal government has called out on Nigerians to get prepared as the 32 states, including Federal Capital Territory FCT Abuja, are on high alert ahead of predicted floods in the 2023. This was disclosed by the Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, at the annual Flood Outlook AFO organized by the Nigerian Hydrological Service Agency NIHSA in Abuja. According to the minister, the AFO, which was themed flood prediction and impact on socio-economic livelihood, aligns with the United Nations agenda for sustainable development, which is targeted at building the resilience of the poor and those in vulnerable positions. Adamu further revealed that 178 local government areas in 32 states of the Federation and the FCT fall within the high flood risk areas. He said the forecast for 2023 showed that 178 local government areas in 32 states of the Federation and the FCT fall within the high flood risk areas. He added that part of the 66 local government areas across the country falls within the highest flood areas in the month of April, May and June, while parts of 140 local government areas fall in the months of July, August and September. A part of 100 local government areas falls in the months of October and November 2023. Dr. Gaydam Bulama, a principal medical officer PMO who was held captive by the Islamic State of West African Province ISWAP terrorist group, have been released. Bulama was abducted on March 18, 2022 when the terrorists invaded Gubio local government area of the Borno state, located about 70 kilometers from Maiduguri, the state capital. It could be recalled that during the abduction of Bulama, the insurgents had promised his wife that they would not kill him. Sources said that the insurgents took Mr. Bulama and other abducted victims to the fringes of the Lake Chad Tumbuns, where he was forced to treat wounded fighters and their families for several months. The sources in the Lake Chad said that efforts of the state government and the security agencies led to the release of Dr. Bulama. A source said Bulama was released in Gubio before he was moved to Maiduguri, where he was reunited with his family. The sources did not disclose if ransom was paid before his release or not. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has appealed to Lagosians to remain calm amidst the fuel and naira scarcity crisis resulting in chaos in the state. Sanwo-Olu made the appeal in a live conference on Saturday. Speaking, the governor noted that it was necessary to address residents in the state in view of the ongoing situation in the country. Regarding the change of currency notes and the fuel scarcity and its attendant hardship, he appealed to Lagosians to be law-abiding as solutions are sought to lessen the hardship and warned lawbreakers to desist from taking the law into their hands. Sanwo-Olu maintained that his administration fully understands the challenges that Lagosians are faced with regard to access to cash, adding that they are working very hard to provide palliative measures to lessen the burdens being faced. He also said they are in talks with private transport operators not to hike fares at this point in time. The governor also spoke on their plans to distribute palliative to vulnerable Lagosians who are most impacted by the disruption of the cash. Ahead of the 2023 general elections, the people of Trouble Birnungwari in Birnungwari local government area of Kaduna State said they have started reaching out to various terrorist groups for the successful conduct of the poll in the area. The chairman of the Birnungwari Emirate Progressive Union, Ishaq Kasai, in a statement on Saturday, said the development became necessary in view of the prevailing security challenges, where about 100 communities were sacked, while no fewer than 50,000 were internally displaced by terrorists in the local government. The statement was titled 2023 General Elections, Only Reaching Out to Terrorist Groups Will Allow Successful Elections in Birnungwari. According to him, reaching out to the various terror groups in the area for a truce will enable the locals in 10 out of the 11 political wards in the area to exercise their franchise to elect their leaders in next week's election. The BEPU boss noted that the only arrangement with the terrorists could facilitate the locals to participate and vote in the forthcoming election in the local government area that had over the years been ravaged by the activities of the hoodlums. Kasai also held the Independent National Electoral Commission for relocating some of the polling units from the SAC communities to various points where the respective eligible voters relocated and were residing as internally displaced persons. The Zamfara Police Command has arrested a suspected female gun runner for allegedly supplying arms and ammunition to bandits. The command had also recovered 325 live ammunition of AK-47 rifles from her. It had also succeeded in the arrest of other suspects for alleged possession of 1,000 registered MTN SIM packs. The command's public relations officer SP Muhammad Shehu disclosed this in a statement issued in Gusau. Shehu said that the suspected gun runner Fatima Sani, 35, was arrested following an intelligence report over her alleged supply of arms and ammunition to bandits in the state from Lafia town in Nasarawa State. The PPRO added that the woman, who was a native of Auranamoda town in Zamfara, will soon be arraigned in court, according to the spokesperson. The command had on February 12, through its community policing engagement, acted on intelligence information that led to the arrest of some suspected kidnappers. Shehu added that they were suspected to have been terrorizing some parts of Kaduna, Kano, and other neighboring states for long. Another foreign scene, Turkish rescuers on Saturday pulled 3 people, including a child, alive from the rubble 13 days after a massive quake claimed tens of thousands of lives, but one later died, a Turkey media platform reported. The channel did not provide any further details. A journalist for Turkish television channel NTV later reported that one of those found had died after being taken to a hospital. NTV broadcast images of rescuers placing the rescued people onto stretchers after they had spent 296 hours trapped in the rubble. A 7.8 magnitude tremor on February 6 rocked southeastern Turkey and Syria, killing more than 43,000 people and leaving millions without proper shelter. Teams have been finding survivors all week despite them being struck for so long under the rubble in freezing weather, but their numbers have dropped to just a handful in the past few days. Turkish rescuers on Friday pulled a 45-year-old man from rubble, several hours after others discovered 3 people, including a 14-year-old boy, alive under debris. And in sport, Chelsea will not sack Graham Potter as manager despite a 1-0 defeat to Southampton on Saturday. James Ward-Prowse's first half free kick proved to be the winner at Stamford Bridge. The team was booed off the pitch at the break and at full time. There were also more calls for Potter to be sacked by the club supporters, but according to the UK Telegraph, there is no change in the Chelsea's board position on Potter. The former Brighton manager still has the backing of co-owner Todd Boehly. Chelsea are still 10th on the log with 31 points. With this story, we've come to the end of our bulletin for today. You can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Unity Radio FM TV, respectively. I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs.
Unity.